Take the with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I will be joined here in just a few minutes by my brother Tim. And today we got a good-sized hockey slate. We got two games in the NBA. We got Thursday night football. So we have a lot to go over for today. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1-1 right, 1-1 wrong in the world of sports betting. It was a nice day yesterday for me. I was one loss away from a clean sweep, which would have been really nice. Miami O minus 18 in college football. They win 19-0. So that was a nice little winner there. My only loss of the day in the NHL, Toronto, Ottawa under 7. Hey, I waited for the number I wanted. I got the number I wanted. I bet the number I wanted, and the result just didn't pan out the way I was hoping it would. We did get the Kings, though, which was a nice little winner there at plus 115. They take care of Vegas Golden Knights 4-1. This Kings team is a team we got to look out for. They're slowly creeping up my power rankings, and I think that they're, at the moment, a top 5 team in the NHL. So I really do like this Kings team. They get the job done yesterday. 1-1 in the NHL, down 0.1 units, though. 1-0 in college football, up a half unit. NBA was a clean 3-0 sweep. Utah, Indiana over 242 was a winner. The Brooklyn Nets plus 5 was a winner. The Brooklyn Nets plus 160 was a winner. The Brooklyn Nets, the gift that keeps on giving. They are still undefeated ATS this season, and they've been an absolute cash cow for me. So overall yesterday, 5-1, up 2.08 units. Definitely a nice little bounce back after what was a pretty bad Tuesday. Wednesday was a much better day. And now we get into Thursday, where we have Thursday night football, where we have a nice hockey slate that I've already bet 6 plays on. So looking to keep it going here. We'll head over to the chat, and we'll get into today's card. Coming in, thoughts on Kent State -3, big letdown for James Madison. I did bet 3 games in college basketball. That was not one of them. I have, where's JMU? Where is good old James Madison against Kent State? I have that game at around a -4.5. So I see some value with Kent State. Did not bet it, though. Yes, sir. That's good, Justin. Stacks pod is Giannis over 28.5 points. Good luck there. By the way, 2-1 Nets. There you go. FAU, and then Denver -4. Those free throws. Ouch. Yeah. OKC money line and Nuggets money line last night. There you go. Michigan -31 in a bounce back. Or Michigan State, my bad. I have that game priced at that's a 31. I'm kind of interested in Southern Indiana, but I'm not going to bet it because I have that game at around 27.5. So looking at Bruins and Reg, haven't moved on yet. That line's moved kind of weird because that went from a 155 down to a 140. So that line's definitely, I mean, it's getting cheaper and cheaper to back the Bruins. So you might not, if you wait, you might not have to take them Reg. You can just take a money line. Morning, EQ. Morning. Yes, sir. Kings plus 1.5 was, yeah. There you go. We all cashed that first half in soccer. Joker and Halliburton failed me. Unbelievable. We'll move into this first game here, where we have the Vancouver Canucks taking on the Ottawa Senators. The Senators are coming in off of that win last night against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's take a look at, let me get up line history and markets and all that fun stuff there. Let's get into it here. This line opened up at a minus 113 for the Canucks, and it's now up to a minus 128. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 125. It's up to a 6.5 minus 135. So a move towards the over and a move towards the Canucks. Let's take a look at the market in this game here, where we have 57% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the Canucks, and the lines move towards them. That makes perfect sense. 96% of the tickets are on the over. No cash flow in that game, and the lines move that way. Taking a look at nope, wrong one. There we go. Taking a look at what my projection is for this game here. I do not have one because they did not have the numbers available. Show me the numbers available. Are they kidding? They don't have the numbers from last night available. Why?
Good morning.
Morning.
What did I miss?
I'm on the first game right now.
All right.
Great. They don't have the numbers from last night available. That's really annoying. So now I have to, I have to punch in the numbers here because I was expecting, the site I use for expected goals and things along those lines don't have any numbers from last night, which is weird because that never happens. Dad, we are live right now. But as I punch in these numbers here, what's your thoughts here, Canucks and Senators?
I'm on the Canucks. It was 120 last night. It's up to a 130 now. So I'm just going to take the puck line because I haven't bet any of this stuff yet. I'm just going to take the puck line for them. It's going to be a nice, big, juicy, like plus $2 puck line for the Canucks. It's a bad situational spot for the Senators. Coming off that win last night against one of their biggest rivals in the Maple Leafs. I just think, and that's kind of just the capper I am is a situational spot, and this is a good spot for Vancouver, going up against an Ottawa team that is on a second leg of a back-to-back after a very, very nice win. So
definitely there. Let's see. It was Korpisalo last night, so it'll be the backup tonight, which is going to be Forsberg, which I believe Forsberg has kind of been the better of the two. Taking on statistically the best goalie in hockey right now, Thatcher Demko, who has been absolutely phenomenal. Number one in goals saved above average. He has a goalie rating of about a half, which is insane. So I'm definitely leaning towards that side as well. Especially Forsberg has really struggled this year as well. So I'm probably going to move on these Canucks as well.
And I'll stay with the Canucks. Next time I kind of go through a power rankings again, they're going to be top 5 for me. I had them up higher to begin the year. I moved them up a lot in the first one I did. When it comes to the next one, I think they're going to be number 5 or number 6 in the NHL. They've been one of the best teams in the NHL to start the year.
Yeah, I'm going to move on them here. Vancouver Canucks minus 128. That's a perfect price for me here. Now that I've punched in all the numbers,
I'm going to take the puck line, which Vancouver puck line. I can get plus 195 on DK for the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah, I got 128 for the money line there.
Yeah, I'm not going to lay that much, especially on the road. If I'm going to lay, I'm going to go and grab a big plus money.
There you go. By the way, the dad just sent me pictures. He just found
another Ducks jersey.
Yeah, $14. It's a Banks jersey. It's $14.
I want a Ducks jersey. Send it my way.
Nope.
Nick, you already have 3 of them. Send one of them my way. Come on.
All right. Back to the chat, Tim. Back to the chat, Tim.
Don't be like that. You go back to the chat.
Nope.
Fine. Where did you leave off?
There you go.
Now off the Bruins. That's all I needed to hear.
Yeah, I was leaning Bruins too. That line move worries me.
What was the line move?
It's gone from 155 to 140.
I like the under in that game, but that's fair. Morning. Do you like Louisville at home to crush Virginia?
This is in college football, I believe.
Yep.
And I have that game at a 20. So I think that line's about right. I played the other game tonight. I'm on the Cajuns.
And we appreciate the comments with the colleges. For future comments, if you're able to specify football and basketball, that would be very helpful. I know you say Louisville to crush Virginia. We could figure out that that's football, but if you're able to, for now on, when anybody who does it, not you, Mike, but anybody who puts in a college play, put basketball or football, so it's easier for us to bring up our numbers. Appreciate it. Obviously, if somebody brings up like South Dakota State, we know what you're talking about, but any big colleges. But anyways, Brady Tkachuk only had 2 shots on goal last night. I like his over versus over plus Demko goalie. Yes, Demko's been a good goalie though.
Yes.
Nuggets 3.5 couldn't. Yeah, they missed by the freaking hook. But hey, 8-1 Nuggets. Let's go Nuggets. Yeah, that was the difference between a profitable day and a non-profitable day on the site. We end up being down 0.31 units on the site. Mostly because NBA was not good. So, yeah, bro, cashed out some of them player props. Nice. The Canucks. I need opinions on the Liverpool. Have fun. The worst part is my enemy had. Oh, that's rough. That's rough, dude. Just put $3 units on English Premier. You have fun with that. Do you have any thoughts on St. Mary's and New Mexico?
Yes.
In college basketball? Yes, we do. It's one of the 2 plays we have up on the site, and we're on St. Mary's. There you go. We won't mention the other play. So there you go. Nuggets are just another level with a full squad, and yeah, they look like they haven't even skipped a beat. Jamal Murray didn't play the last 2 games, and they don't even look different. Vancouver, yes. Dallas. What does Dallas got?
Columbus.
And Seattle.
I like Seattle tonight.
I kind of do as well. I'm not sure, though. Of course, Michael. Yeah, let's get it. Let's head to this game, Nick.
Yeah, Montreal Canadiens taking on the Detroit Red Wings. Wings minus 165 favorites with a total of 6.5 in this game. I guess it kind of makes sense because Canadiens started off the year well. They have definitely fallen off a cliff as of late. The Wings opened up as 170, now down to a 162. So a line moved towards these Canadiens. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 125. It's down to a 6.5 minus 121. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, we have 95% of the tickets, 89% of the cash is on the Red Wings, and the lines move towards Montreal. 32% of the tickets, 77% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the under here in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow or my projections for this game here. And I have this game actually priced pretty closely. Montembeau has been I want to say the better of the 2 goalies here. And it's going to be Montembeau tonight, not Allen. Allen's been slightly above average too. Montembeau has been slightly above average. Both of them have been slightly above average. Just the defense in front of them has not been very good. And Husso has been actually pretty good. Or no, it's Reimer. My bad. It's Reimer who has not played. He's only started a couple games. I believe this is Reimer's 3rd game this year. No, this is his. Wow, they play really good in front of him. This is his 4 games played. He's come in relief a couple times. I think he's only started twice. I was going to say 4 games, but only 7.95 expected goals against. Detroit's defense is not that good. But no, he's come in relief a few times. This feels like a Canadiens type of spot here because this line is just too wide. The question is, do I want to back Montreal, who's gone on a little bit of a a swoon here as of late. They've lost 4 in a row to, granted, 3 of them were on the road to Vegas, Arizona, St. Louis, and then they came home and lost to Tampa Bay. This is probably the easiest of the opponents they faced, and then they head back home to play Boston, Vancouver, Calgary, Vegas after this. So they've kind of had a little bit of murderer's row here in the beginning of the season. And they played pretty decently well. They're 5-5-2. 4 losses in a row. That is kind of concerning. I would lean towards the Montreal Canadiens in this game. Whether or not I'm going to bet it is another story. But this is Habs or nothing, and I might get involved with the Habs here. Plus 144.
I'm not going to touch a side. I will grab the over in this one. And it's more of, you look at these two sides. You get Montreal, who's been 7-5 to the over, but they've gone over in 5 out of their last 7 games. And it's mostly because you look at how their defense has been playing. They let up 5 goals to Tampa, 6 goals to St. Louis, a 4-3 against Winnipeg, a 4-3, and a 5-2. And then the 2 games that went under were 3-2 and 3-2. So this Montreal team has been not good defensively. That's what's wrong with them, not scoring as much. And then Detroit, they've gone over in 3 out of their last 4. The only game that they didn't go over in that 4-game stretch was against Florida. That was a 2-0 game. They had an overtime 4-3 winner against the Islanders, 5-4 against Boston, 5-3 loss to the Rangers. These are 2 teams that have been going over as of late. So I am grabbing the over 6.5. That's minus 120 in this one, Nick.
There you go. I might move on the Canadiens here. I'm still deciding on that. But I'll look a little bit deeper into it.
I will say I have a lot of big plus money on my cards today, Nick.
Let me guess. One of them is the Sharks.
I'm sorry. The 2-8-1 Oilers shouldn't be minus 350 against anybody.
Sure.
So yes, I am on the Sharks plus 275.
Well, you could have waited and got 286. Back to the chat.
Well, I haven't bet any of these yet, so.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, I see 286. Yep, I'm gonna grab that. I'm marking it 285. I like to round. I'll round them on my post so that if it's like a minus 117, I'll call it minus 120 or something, just so it's even, so it's not weird numbers. So I did 285 on my thing.
Gotcha.
Back to the chat, Nick. I'm just finishing up my post for hockey today.
Am I freezing up? Because on my end it looks like I'm laggy.
Your thing's laggy, but we can still hear you. No, maybe you're frozen. Go out and come back in.
Yeah, my Google Chrome is crashing.
Awesome. Cool. They would have easily covered if Jamal was in. It would have been a 5.5, 6 if Jamal Murray was in. So, yeah, they probably would have. But you got to look. This Nuggets team is still very efficient. Like, they are still really good without him. And that bench. This is why I'm not worried about the Nuggets right now. Is their bench is significantly improved over last year. So, I'm not worried about it. Go Lobos. That's fine. Hey, we're currently 9-7 in college basketball, so we're barely profitable. It is what it is. So, hey, you root for your Lobos. I'm not talking you off of them. I thought it was going to be a 5 to 6 point victory. It cost me. I thought it was going to be double digits, but yeah. I like Liverpool and Roma. Good luck. Canadians. I'm just going to go over in the Canadians game. You're on Liverpool. Have fun. Voila, y'all. Good morning and good luck today. Wings, team total over. I like it. I got that line late last night. Think I'm going to jump since then. I also got Tampa Bay, team total over. Who's Tampa Bay got today? Against Chicago. Yeah, I could see that. That's fine. Trey Young, double, minus 150. First leg of my 2-leg parlay. Don't have the other leg yet. Justin, I won't. I hope he gets it, and then I hope the Magic win. Larkin points. Sure, whatever gets me my over. I'm definitely grabbing Sharks. Blackhawks team total over. I'm not going to touch that game. I am going to mess with this game, though. Minnesota Wild are in New York taking on the Rangers. The Rangers are minus 120 in this game with a total of 6. And I know this line has moved a little bit. Good morning, Nick.
There we go.
Rangers. Sorry, I'll let you go first, Nick. Rangers and Wild today. Rangers minus 126 total.
Yeah, this line is definitely concerning. This line opened up at a 130. It's down to a 118. Line opened up at a 120. It's up to a 125. So I bet the side and the total in this game. I beat the line movement on the total. Did not on the side.
Okay, so we're on the same side for the side. Cool.
Yeah. We have, but the line move towards Minnesota makes sense. 68% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on Minnesota. That explains it because everybody sees it's going to be most likely Louis Domingue in net for the New York Rangers tonight with Jonathan Quick hurt and Igor Shesterkin day to day. Yeah, 93% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the over, which is a little concerning. The line has moved towards the over. But that being said, I do have this game projected with the Rangers around a minus 160, minus 165. So I do see value with the Rangers, and I have this game at a 7. Even with Louis Domingue. This is also a nice little spot for the Rangers, who just played this Minnesota Wild team, had a 3-0 lead at the end of the first, and lost in a shootout 5-4. So I expect the Rangers to look to get revenge in this game as well. And I know people are going to overreact, and they're going to bet the Wild just because it's Louis Domingue. Louis Domingue's fine. Like he I believe won a playoff game or two against these New York Rangers with Pittsburgh a couple years ago. So he's somebody where
that's what it was. It was Domingue for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Got it.
He was with the Penguins for those playoffs. Yeah. But I did move on the Rangers. Unfortunately, I got a bad number at minus 130, and I'm on the over 6 at minus 120. So I'm on the Rangers and the over here.
You know me when it comes to betting hockey, right, Nick?
Also one last thing. Gustafsson, out of all the goalies on the goals saved above average list, is second to last, only behind Stuart Skinner.
Skinner. You know where I went in this one, Nick, right? Rangers minus 120. Nah. Puck line it plus 205. Hell yeah. This is 100% a look-ahead spot for the Minnesota Wild as they get the future Stanley Cup champion Buffalo Sabres up tomorrow. No, I'm kidding. But they do have a second leg of back-to-back tomorrow. And when I looked at this one, yeah, I'm on the Rangers. I don't care who's in goal for this one. It does not matter. You get a good revenge spot. Not to mention, and as gross as this sounds, the Rangers are one of the hottest teams in the hockey.
They are.
They've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of their last 8. The only shootout loss to this Minnesota Wild team. So I think they get revenge here in this one, and they continue their winning streak. And as much as it kills me, because I hate this stupid Rangers team, who are currently 2 points behind Boston for the top team in the East, and they're currently tied with Vancouver, but shows how Vancouver's playing this year. But this is a Rangers team that has lost 3 games this year to Minnesota, Nashville, and Columbus. So I'm gonna keep riding this Rangers team. They've been really hot. No reason to get off of them. Rangers puck line plus 205 for me today, Nick.
Yep. And also I just moved on I moved on the Habs plus 144 as well. I was pondering over that, and I just pulled the trigger on it.
Sounds good. Liverpool, Chicago money line is my single game bet. Good luck. I'm not touching that game, to be honest. Nice. Yo. What's up? Revenge, Rangers puck line. Yep. First quarter, neither team scored 20 points in CBA, and then PointsBet took the game off and wouldn't let you bet anymore. Rough. Yep. Igor. Yeah. I'll probably end up on the Magic plus 3.5, but I hate fading my team. It's always stressful regardless. Sometimes you do. Trust me, I think we bet against the Mets a bunch this year. I've bet against the Jets before. I've bet against the Nuggets before, very rarely because they've been really, really good. I have not bet against the Sabres, but that's only because in order for me to be interested in hockey, I want to be able to watch my Sabres and hope they win. So that's the only thing I don't do. But I've bet against my teams before, and we bet against East Carolina before plenty of times in basketball. I don't think we've done it in football, but that's just because.
I remember I once bet against East Carolina basketball. Went to the game. I was a game against Memphis. I bet Memphis in the under and went to the game.
Yeah,
I got the under, lost Memphis because ECU won on a buzzer beater, and we stormed the court.
Worth it.
Yes.
I'm tailing you, throwing some pizza money on that. Give me Salah and Lukaku against the spread. Have fun. I have no clue what you're talking about. Unless those are players. Are those players, Nick? Salah and no? Okay.
I think that's soccer.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah. Salah is Manchester United. Am I crazy to think Carolina Panthers money line? No, you're not.
I like
That's another game
Carolina.
you have to mention.
I mean,
Power Rangers. Yes.
I'm rocking it for a reason here.
There's Gus goalie.
Yes, most likely.
Igor Shesterkin, I heard, is a badass goalie. Yes, he is. And it's with an I. It's not with an E. Or soccer stuff. I like Montreal.
Yep.
Money line. Okay. Jets in regulation. I'm going to be on the contrary in that one. But we'll talk about that one in a minute. Canucks, yes. Sharks, yes. I got a weird feeling Nuggets repeat. Welcome to the Nuggets dynasty. I think they're going to win 3 out of the next 5 years. With the core that they have and the young bench that they have, yeah, that seems really good. Anytime scorer. How big is your Sharkies wager? A unit. That's it. So let's head to this next game, Nick, which I have no interest in.
Wow. Yeah. Minus 245 for the Lightning. Total of 6.5 in this game. This one may be the big dog of the night, not the Sharks. Let's take a look here. As we have Tampa Bay, they opened up as minus 255. They're down to a 240. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 115. It's up to a 6.5 minus 125. So we move towards the over and a move towards these Hawks. We have 6% of the tickets and 46% of the cash is on Chicago in this game. We have 23% of the tickets, 77% of the cash is on the under. The line is moved towards the over, which is kind of interesting there. Let's see what my projections have for this game, where we have I need goalies. I need goalies for this game. Oops. Let's take a look at who we have projected as goaltenders in this game. Mrazek and Johansson. Johansson's kind of taken a little bit of a step back as of late. He's still supporting above average numbers, which this late into the season, Johansson is doing exactly what the Lightning asked him to do, and that is just play good enough until Vasi gets back. And that is what they needed out of him, and that's what they're getting out of him right now. And Mrazek's been pretty good too. I have the Lightning here around, trying to do math in my head, minus 180 in this game. I'm tempted on the Chicago Blackhawks at this big number with Mrazek, and I'm kind of interested in Mrazek saves. Maybe I might take a little bit deeper of a look into that. Maybe take a little bit of Mrazek saves, but I'm gonna be on the big dog here. I'm gonna take some Blackhawks action plus 212 in this game. I like Chicago in this spot. This line's too wide, in my opinion, for a Lightning team. Where I think if you like the Lightning, take them first period puck line. because we've seen this last few games that the Lightning have gone off to these awesome starts. They won the first period 4-0 against Montreal. They won the first period 4-1 against Toronto. They went 1-1 against Ottawa. But like the last two games, they've gotten off to hot starts, and they let the team creep back in. They end up losing that game against Toronto, and Montreal scored 3 goals late in that game, make it a 5-3 game. I like the I like the Hawks here in this spot, and I grabbed them at plus 212.
This is one game that I just stayed away from. I didn't feel like I needed to get to it. The Lightning at minus 245, I couldn't, or 2 something, I couldn't do. So no, this one ends up being one that I just stayed away from.
Fair enough.
Sorry, back to the chat. Blackhawks, good luck. Is everyone fired if the Oilers lose to the Sharks tonight?
They should be.
Should be. Very well should be. If Sharks were going to beat any team, who would be their easiest opponent? Oilers?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Although I will say
if bad, but I mean,
if this was Oilers minus 200, no, I wouldn't touch this game.
Blackhawks would maybe be their easiest opponent. Flyers may be their easiest opponent. The Flyers are starting to mess something up if the Penguins win tonight. I can no longer say last place Penguins because the Flyers suck. Fun.
But should Edmonton be a minus 350 favorite on the road against anybody?
Probably not, but I got involved when that line was much cheaper. So
yeah. So would love to do Blackhawks money line, but Lightning minus 2.5 is the right play. Have fun. More of a pass, yeah. Took the first half under. Let's do it. What do we think about the Panthers? 1-8. I don't see it lean Bears. I'm not laying minus 3.5 on the Bears.
If I can get 3.5 in the Cappers contest, I'll be on the Panthers tonight.
Flyers so much better than the Oilers. Right now, yeah. But come the end of the year, I don't think so. Nick and Tim, let's go, baby. Snapping necks and cashing checks. Street staying clean sweep tonight. Street staying clean sweep tonight. Let's get it. Let's kick some names, take some ass, and some soccer stuff. There you go. Let's head to this one, Nick.
Yeah, the New York Islanders and the Boston Bruins. The Bruins minus 140 favorites in this game. Total of 5.5. Well, let's get into this one here. Interesting line move because this line opened up at a 155 and it's down to a 138. So a big move towards these Islanders. Line opened up at a 5.5 plus 103. It's a 5.5 plus 104. Now it's a 103. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have 74% of the tickets and 92% of the cash is on the Boston Bruins. And they're making it cheaper to bet the Bruins. This is an interesting line movement because my numbers like the Bruins a little bit here in this game, but I'm not going to touch the Bruins. 35% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on the over in this game. And the line has moved a penny towards said over. When we look at my projections for this game, it's really tough to project because I'm going to do that for it. I had this game around a 5.5. I think that's about right. I have the Bruins much, much bigger favorites, but at this number, I mean, with this line move, I just can't. At the end of the day, that's going to keep me off the Bruins in this spot. It's Bruins or nothing for me, and it's been pretty simple this season. You back the Islanders as a favorite, you fade them as a dog, because they don't win games as dogs. But the way this line's moved, all the money coming in on the Bruins and the line moving towards the Islanders, it's enough to keep me off this game.
Yeah, I'm on the under in this game. I wouldn't be opposed to if anybody said regulation draw at plus 330. I could easily see this one being a 3-2 game in overtime, or a 2-1 game in overtime. It's not Igor, Ilya Sorokin tonight.
Yep. I see Ilya and Swayman.
So Swayman is the better of the two.
I would say so.
I know they're like a 1A, 1B. It's kind of who's better at that time right now. So, because I know Olmark had
It's been Swayman this year. Swayman's been.
Because I know former Sabre Olmark has been fantastic. So,
yeah.
He won the Vezina last year. So, but I can see this one as a very defensive hockey game. And I'm taking the under 5.5. That was a minus 120.
I like it.
Might do it an alternate under 28.5 for Thursday Night Football. I don't hate that. LO snapping necks. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do for the past little while, but past couple of days, but my neck just won't let me do it. The big bad Bruins over. No, I'm not on the over. More soccer stuff. That's why I like the over, because I see this in regulation time. I don't. Even if it ends in regulation, I see it as maybe a 3-1. Then I don't really see it going over 5.5. Monday night football under, Thursday night football over. Primetime game unders in general, Lex. Primetime game unders has been money all year. It's 75% towards the under. Try not to buck the trend.
And since Monday Night Football in Week 5, the under is 12-1 in primetime games. Since Sunday Night Football in Week 7, it's 8-0 to the under. Stop trying to find which one is going to go over.
Yeah. That's what I'm seeing. 3-2 or 4-3 money line Bruins. I'm not really. You look. You didn't like that Tampa Bay team total over 4.5. Been putting up offensive numbers. I personally, I have nothing in that game, but the Hawks have been awful defensively. So, I'm not really. I don't hate that. The team total over 4. I don't hate that, but you need 5 goals in order to hit that. So, I don't know. Good luck to you. Stop you, but we'll see. Neither team to score 25 points in Thursday Night Football is minus 130.
I don't mind that at all.
There you go. Hawks team total over 2.5. Hawks race to 2. Hawks money line.
I like it.
Race to 15 points is plus 800.
13-10 Panthers tonight?
Maybe. For neither. Yeah. Hawks win every other game. Panthers are giving up 3+ goals. Plus, didn't the Panthers just? Oh no, they're playing the Lightning.
Lightning. He's saying should Lightning are giving up 3+ goals.
That's the best way. Yeah, maybe. What's up, fellas? What do you think about teasing the Panthers to a 7.5 and the under to 43? Still plus money. Sure.
7.5.
I don't mind that. We're talking about how we think this game could be like 17-10 or something like that. 17-13. Like 30 points or something in that nature. Race to 20, neither is plus 250. I don't hate that either. Gonna bet all 3. You know what? Get it, Joe. I hope you win. Let's head to this game, which another one that I've got nothing in.
This is one I haven't gotten to anything yet either. Line open up at 201. It's up to a 225, so a move towards Dallas. And line open up at a 6 minus 116. It's up to a 6 at minus 125. Move towards the over on this one so far. We have the 97% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on Dallas. The lines move towards Dallas. 51% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on the over. The lines move towards said over. Taking a look at my projections for this game here. We have to put in goalies. I forgot to put in goalies for this one. Under has been solid to start the year. I project him where he is 8th in the NHL in goals saved above average, with the goalie rating of .74. So he's been really nice, and it's most likely going to be Mertzley. No, I saw Spencer Martin confirmed, which has been decent so far this season. He's made 5 appearances, and he has a 3.5 goals saved above average. This is not what I'm getting to. I have this game projected for 5.81 goals. I would lean Blue Jackets in this game if I had to bet a side as a big home dog in this one. But this is a hard pass for me in this game. I just don't see any value in this one. These two teams played a little while ago, and I believe that was in Dallas. These two teams played. Yep, it was in Dallas on October 30th, and the Stars won 5-3. So maybe a little bit of revenge here for the Blue Jackets. Definitely not a game I needed to.
Revenge is for good teams.
Yeah, revenge is for good teams. No, bounce back is for good teams.
Bounce back is for good teams. I want nothing to do with this game. Obviously, I'm big on the Stars this year. I have their ticket to win the Stanley Cup. Honestly, right now, I think they're the 3rd best team in the West. The other two being Vancouver and Vegas.
No,
Vegas.
You forgot a team. Then I would have them 4th.
Vegas.
LA.
I still have Vancouver.
Yeah, no.
I still have Vancouver over LA for right now, and the standings do too for the moment. But those are all very close. And then I have Colorado under Dallas, even though Colorado has Dallas by a point. I have Colorado over Dallas at the moment. Or sorry, Dallas over Colorado in terms of my power rankings. So I'm high on this Stars team. I'm not betting this game. I didn't have to bet every single one of them. I will have plays on every single other hockey game today. So nothing in this game though.
Fair.
Pacemakers. I don't hate it, but the only thing hold on, did the Bucks end up winning last night? Bucks did win by 2. Okay. Because that was my main thing, was whether or not they would have bounce back spot or whatever for that. But that line's gone down a little bit. I'm on the over in that game. I didn't touch side. 0% chance either team scores 24. You're starting to jinx yourself, dude. Biggest gimme I've ever seen. Stop it, dude. Stop. Calgary, then Oilers. In terms of easiest teams for the Sharks to beat. Don't hate that.
I'm starting to see some positives out of Calgary, though. So,
who do you think is going to sit from the Bucks and the Pacers, since they're both on a back-to-back? Pacers, nobody. That's a young team. Pacers, nobody. Bucks should be nobody. To be honest, it's early in the season. After a 2-point win last night, when you're 12-point favorites against the Pistons in a game that they could have easily have lost, nobody should be sitting out for the Bucks tonight. If somebody is, not good. Not good. They must be really hurt if they're going to be out tonight. I don't want to hear any of the load management stuff. You guys only won by 2 yesterday. You better get back out on the court and get the job done tonight. But that's just me. I would look towards.
How about the fact that you're paid $30 million a year to play basketball 3 to 4 days a week? Get on the freaking court. I don't care that 2 of your games are on back-to-back days. It's ridiculous.
Sorry, Fernando. I'm going to leave you alone, but Liverpool. Under in that game, fine. Bruins race to 2-3. Bruins money line. Islanders team total under.
Good luck.
We'll head to this game real quick, Nick.
Yep, I did a free pick video for this one last night too. We have the St. Louis Blues and the Arizona Coyotes. This line opened up at a 105 for the Blues. It's now a 111, so a nice 6 cent line movement towards the Blues. Line opened up at a 6. It's up to a 6.5, so it has moved up a half a goal as well. Where we have 58% of the tickets, 95% of the cash on the under. That's kind of interesting there. And we have 96% of the tickets, 99% of the cash is on the Coyotes. So not much love coming in on these Blues in this spot here. And these are two teams that do play significantly better at home than they do on the road. Blues are 4-2 at home. So are the Coyotes. The Blues are 1-3-1 on the road. The Coyotes are 2-3-1 on the road. So both these teams do perform better. These two teams also just played on the 19th, where the Coyotes won 6-2. Now, when you look at the goaltending matchup here, my projections for this game, Vejmelka's been a below-average goaltender this year. 21 goals allowed, 19.2 expected goals allowed. So he's been below average. Jordan Binnington's been good. And I actually saw a post yesterday that there's rumors that the Edmonton Oilers are interested in Mr. Binnington. I would if they would make that trade, I would bet the Oilers to make the playoffs and maybe a little further after that. I love Binnington. He has a lot of, and the thing is with Binnington, and what makes him so much fun is his range of outcomes. He probably has the widest range of outcomes of any goaltender in the NHL. He either could be one of the best in the game or a complete bum. And which one you're getting? That's the question. I have the Blues as a bigger favorite in this game. I got the Blues at -113 for this spot. I like the Blues in this situation. Trying to revenge a loss. The last time these two teams played, Arizona coming in off of a very satisfying overtime win against Seattle, and St. Louis coming in getting their shit rocked. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of Blues here, -113.
I'm on the opposite side. Ow, ow, ow! If the playoffs started today, Nick, the Yotes would be squaring off against Vegas.
And that series would be over in 5 games.
That's very generous. I think that's a sweep. But
no, I think Arizona would steal one.
And both Buffalo and New York would be not in the playoffs. But that Eastern Conference is.
The Islanders have also only played 11 games, and the teams right above them have played 13.
Yeah, it's different. It's crazy. The difference between I'm just looking at the standings, but I'm on the Coyotes. Difference between first in the East and last place in the East, 11 points. Difference between first in the West and last in the West, 20 points.
Yep.
Granted, the
Sharks are on the bottom of the other one.
Sharks are, but even if you go down to the second to last, it's still separated by 18 points.
Oilers only 5 points. That's outrageous.
Yeah,
we'll
talk about them in a little bit because me and you are differing on that one.
In a game where there's 23 games played so far for the last game, I believe we'll go over. There's been 8 points combined.
Correct. I'm on the Oats in this one. I got their money line -105. Ow. And before we go back to the chat, I wanted to add a play. I'm adding 2 plays to my Twitter post. One of them is for this game, and it's going to be the regulation draw. I believe that was plus 330. Let me pull up that again, just make sure. 320. I'm pulling up that one, and then I will have another. I'm going to have 3 draws today. And the other 2 are in games that we haven't discussed yet. But we'll get to those. Actually, one of them is in the next game we'll discuss. But I have 3 draws today, so that should be fun.
All right, back to the chat, and then we'll head over to the game you think is going to go to a draw.
Able to go to the chat. I'm just quickly doing my thing. I'm adding the post.
Let's see. Detroit was supposed to fear the deer. They didn't. How about them Lakers?
Fucking terrible. Love it. Wait. Hold on. Bring up that comment one more time.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
See, not
my bad. This one.
I like it, man. I actually not even like it. I love it. My dick is hard right now. That's how excited I am about this.
There you go. I was going to say that was the one you should have clicked. Like saying Thursday Night Football has gone under 44 only 2 times, I believe. primetime unders are 12-1 the last 13, 8-0 the last 8. So, but have fun trying to guess which one's going to go over the total. Race to 30 minus 130. Grand wins 300. All right, easy there, buddy. Rockets really beat them by 30. Yeah, is that crazy? I wouldn't lay minus 350. UC Davis first half minus 3.5. USF Bulls minus 10, and Wichita State minus 3.5. Let me get up the spreadsheet here. UC Davis, we have them at a 4.5 full game. So there's a little bit of value there. It's UC Davis, USF, South Florida. I have them as a 17. No. What?
This is first half minus 10.
Oh, first half minus 10. Okay, I was going to say. And then Wichita State, I have at a 7.5 full game. So do with that as you please. Cavs and Clippers, so trash. Cast the Nets last night. That was nice.
And cash the, who do you call it, against the Clippers? Oh, yeah, Nets were against the Clippers. And I was on the Cavs, so. They are trash.
All good. I'm looking to get more into the game. Yeah. Coyotes money line. No. At least the Warriors covered for me, though.
Yeah, I got hooked. It is what it is. Hey, but 8-1 Nuggets, so.
Lex on the Yotes. EQ on the Yotes. Cap sold. Yotes. Oh, somebody is on the Blues. Nathan saying the Bluesies. Flames are coming around slowly. They are. The spread dropped from 4.5 to 3 on the Bucks game. Any updates?
Yeah, the Bucks looked like shit last night. That's why everybody's betting the Pacers.
Fair. Keller anytime goal. No. Reeves also only had 7 points. Yeah.
Reeves is overrated.
Let's get into the next matchup here. This is one that I have not placed a bet on. Nashville and Winnipeg. We have Winnipeg minus 135 favorites, total 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where we have this line open up at a 135. It's down to a 123 for Winnipeg. So a move towards Nashville in this game. Line opened up at a 6 at plus 104. It's now a 6 at minus 118. So it's a move towards the over here as well. Where we have 65% of tickets, 47% of cash on the over. The lines moved in that direction. We have 74% of tickets, 94% of the cash, 93% of the cash now on the Jets, and the lines move towards the Preds, which is kind of interesting there. Both these goaltenders have been wildly underwhelming this season, to say the least, because both of them grade out as below average goaltenders. And if you told me that we would be basically a month into the season and Hellebuck and Saros would grade out as below average goaltenders, I would be surprised. And that's exactly where we are right now. I have this game projected for 6.13 goals, and I have the Jets are on a 125 favorite in this game. I think this line's spot on. So I have absolutely no interest in this game. So it's another pass for me.
This is the second one. I'm on the draw. I see this one going into overtime. I feel like these two teams are very evenly matched. I will say Nashville has only gone into overtime once this year, but you get Winnipeg, who's been in 3 different overtime games. So I do think this one's going to be a little bit more competitive. We just saw these two teams, right? No, we didn't see these two teams play yet. I was thinking about the Blues game. That's why. But I see these two teams as very evenly competitive, and are they in the same division? I'm still on. Nashville there. They are in the same division, so I mean, I don't know if they really want to go into a draw, but I could see this game being 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, something like that, going into overtime. So I grabbed the draw in this one at plus 330. I took a shot with 3 different draws today. If I hit one, I'm profitable for it. So that's all I'm going to ask for. Give me the draw between Nashville and Winnipeg.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hate that either. I had this game projected super close, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this game need more than 60 minutes there.
I did hit a 3-teamer last night. Miami of Ohio, first quarter. Rockets plus 125. Santa Clara cashed a 4-unit last night. There you go. Jets money line. Sounds good. Look at the last 10 meetings. Under 6 is in play for Jets Predators. And that kind of tells me it could go under. Go to overtime. So there you go. This one should be a fun one, Nick.
I've already moved on this game, too. We have the Seattle Kraken at the Colorado Avalanche. We have the Avalanche minus 220 favorites with a total of 6 in this game. Let's get into the line history of this spot. It opened up at a 205. It's up to a 220, so a move towards these Avalanche here. But not since I've bet it. It's come back down. And the line opened up at a 120 for the over. It's now a 125 for the over. So a move towards the over and a move towards the Avalanche. 28% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the under, and yet this line's moved towards the over. And then we have 92% of the tickets are on the Avalanche with 21% of the cash. So the big bets are coming in on Seattle in this game. And I agree with where the big bets are coming in because I am going to look at it, and I'm going to look to
Release the Kraken.
line's too wide. It's the pretty simple thing here. I have the Avalanche around a 160, 165 favorite in this game. So seeing the Kraken at 199 when I bet them, and they're down to a 195. So the line's moved since I bet them towards the Kraken. I think this line's too wide in this game, and I'm going to take a shot at Seattle here as a nice big dog.
Yeah. I will say this Seattle team has been very disappointing this year. 4-9. Now they're 4-6-3 through overtime losses. But 4-9 to start the year is really, really rough for this team. And they did play Colorado earlier in the year, and it was 4-1 Colorado at home. Now they go to Colorado, and yeah, I'm going to be a sucker, and I'm going to grab them. And it's just, I know a lot of people were super, super high on Seattle. I'm not super high on Seattle, but I do think this line's a little bit too wide, especially when I look at Colorado. They had their bounce back game after getting blown out by Vegas 6-3. They ended up winning 6-3 against New Jersey. So they had their bounce back game per se for me, but I'm not really too interested in going after them in this one. I'll grab some big plus money with Seattle.
I think they're a very live dog here. Yep. Back to the chat.
Kraken owned them in the playoffs. They did. My pod is Winnipeg. I don't mind Winnipeg as long as it goes into overtime. I like Kraken the rematch, not here. Fair enough. Yeah. This should be the fun game today.
Yeah, we have the Edmonton Oilers and the San Jose Sharks. The Oilers are now minus 330 with a total of 7 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where this line opened up at a 255. It's up to 328. Lions absolutely skyrocketed. The line's up opened up at a 6.5, and it's now a 7. So a move towards the over as well as the Oilers. 67% of the tickets, 78% of the cash is on the over. 58% of the tickets, 90% of the cash is on the Oilers. So the big bets coming in on the Oilers, 96% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is also on their puck line. And I got in on this early. I don't know if I can recommend this at minus 140 now, but I got minus 127 for the Oilers puck line. And maybe this is a spot where we have the Sharks. They finally won a game. Woo! Yay, Sharks, you won a game. I don't mess around with these very often, but I'm going to grab the Oilers team total over 4.5 here at even money as well. I mean, and if you're looking for props, McDavid hat trick, Draisaitl hat trick, something along those lines, 3+ points. I think this is a game when you look at what the Oilers have done this year, and they've been bad. They've been really bad. This is the get right spot of all get right spots, because the teams they've played, I mean, they haven't played a bottom feeder yet. Other than they beat Calgary, like Vancouver twice. Nashville's not been terrible. Winnipeg, Minnesota, Rangers, Stars, Preds, Canucks again. Their schedule's not been the easiest. Granted, you should win more than 2 of those games. Absolutely should. But this is a get right spot of all get right spots if I've ever seen one here. So give me the Oilers. I got the puck line, but I'm also going to grab that team total over 4.5 at even money. I hate 4.5 team totals, but they dropped 6 in this game.
Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Cue up the Lois Griffin staring at the pills bottle that says San Jose Sharks money line on it for me. It's not as much the Sharks. It's why the hell are the Oilers minus 330 on the road? No, absolutely not. And here's how I want this game to go. Ready for it? 4-3 Sharks in overtime. Because here's my third draw. Draw at plus 480 for me in this one between the Oilers and the Sharks. I think the Sharks are 100% a live dog in this game. And there is zero chance I'm coming anywhere close to the Edmonton Oilers laying that big-ass number on the road. I'm sorry. This is a Oilers team that is 2-9. Or 2-8-1, and then 2-9 on the puck line. This is not a good Oilers team this year. Their defense sucks. Their goaltending sucks. Their scoring sucks. This is not a good Oilers team, and there should be no reason for them to be laying minus 330. So, no, I'm on the Sharks, and I'm on the draw on this one. I think the Sharks win 2 in a row, and their turnaround is here. And I think the Sharks. I know I have Sharks over 60 something points this year. They're not going to hit it. But I think the Sharks go on a little bit of a not shitty run. So I'm going to go and I'm grabbing the Sharks in the draw.
Yeah, as much as I've been low on the Oilers this year, I'm looking over their numbers here. As long as, I mean, obviously this is asking an awful lot from the Oilers here. Average goaltending. All I need from them, average goaltending, and they will be right back in the playoff picture. They are number 3 in hockey in in expected goal differential on 5-on-5. Like when you look at this, this is a team that should be doing a lot better. It's just their goaltending holding them back. And it doesn't help that Stuart Skinner is rated one of the worst goalies in hockey right now. My bad, the worst goalie in hockey right now in goals saved above average. But with that being said, that's why I kind of more interested in this team total over for the Oilers rather than the puck line more, because I could see them putting up 5 and it still be hairy because Skinner. But this Oilers team, when you look at their 5-on-5 numbers, are elite. But unfortunately, their goaltending is anything but.
Anyways, we probably spent way too much time on that game.
Probably.
Yay, Sharks won. Feel like this one could go to OT. OT plus 480. Let's get it. That would be perfect. Never in doubter. I'll probably drop 10 or 20 on it. On OT, let's do it. Do. SJ Sharks. Do. SJ Sharks. Oh. Yeah, minus 330 on the Oilers. Come on. Let's head to the final game where I know Nick's probably not going to like my pick.
We'll see. We have the LA Kings. They're coming in off of a win last night against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. And then on the flip side, we have Pittsburgh coming in on back-to-back wins. They played San Jose and Anaheim, but they're on back-to-back wins. And I mentioned the Oilers as the third best team in 5-on-5 expected goal differential. Penguins are number one, which kind of caught me by surprise there. Once again, this is what do you call it? I can't get last night's numbers for that Kings game because I don't know, because the site Money Puck that I use is being annoying and not updating their number, not giving me the numbers from last night, which is annoying. And I'm hoping that does not continue because I need those numbers for my hockey handicapping. So I'm just getting up the numbers right now for the previous whatever. And it's going to be Hagberg, Magnus Hellberg in net for these Penguins. And for the Kings, it should be Phoenix Copley. Copley this season has been bad, to say the least. 5 goal or where was it? Where I lost my tab. There we go. 5.31 expected goals against, but he's given up 11. He's rated the fourth worst goalie in hockey right now in goals saved above average, minus 5.7. The only ones worse: Samuel Ersson, Philip Gustafson, and Stuart Skinner. And now you're putting him in a back-to-back after a very satisfying win. I'm interested in the Penguins in the over in this game. I'm going to be on the Penguins in this game, in this spot. Looking at it, we have the Kings coming home after an undefeated road trip. They're coming off of a very, very satisfying win against a division rival. I'm just going to stick to just having the Penguins score me goals, though, because this could be a flat spot for the Kings. Granted, Hellberg is probably someone I want in the equation. But with that being said, I'm going to play the Pittsburgh Penguins at plus 107. And I'm going to play the Penguins team total over 3.5 at plus 120. I like Pittsburgh in this spot. I had this game circled for Pittsburgh once the Kings won last night. The line was not available for me to bet last night, so that's why I never got around to it. But I'm going to grab some Penguins here. Penguins team total over 3.5 plus 120, and Penguins money line at plus 107.
Okay, we do agree. I'm on Pittsburgh. Yeah, it's and you knew I was going to be on Pittsburgh after last night's game. If the Kings won that game, which I had the Kings, I was already looking at the Pens today. If Vegas won last night, maybe a different story. Maybe it's probably stay away or lean towards the Kings because it probably would have been a little bit better price on the Kings. But after last night's game, I'm going after the Penguins in this one to even themselves up at 6-6. But I'm on Pittsburgh. Just so it's not really me wanting to back Pittsburgh, it's me fading the Kings side. So,
yep. Mm-hmm.
Give me the Penguins of Madagascar tonight.
Also, the Kings are a team you want to back on the road, not at home. But they're a weird dichotomy.
1, 2, and 2 at home.
1, 2, and 2 at home. 7-0 on the road.
Yeah, undefeated on the road. Yeah, remember what happened in Jaws? Yeah, shark go boom. Skinner. May these Kings continue to impress on the road, not at home. I'm leading first half Magic. There, anytime against the spread, first half is cashing. I just took them full game money line. That's all the hockey for today, Nick.
Yeah.
Let's head over to this beautiful
absolutely gorgeous NFL game. We have the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. The Bears -3, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where I've beaten line movements on both the side and the total. Line opened up at a 41.5. I got in at 40, and now it's a 38. Line opened up at the look-ahead line. The look-ahead line was 41.5. And the line reopened at a 40. So before the games, it was a 41.5 last week. Now it reopened up at a 40 down to 38. Look-ahead line for this game on Halloween was -1.5. It reopened up at a 3. It did get up to a 4 at one point because they thought Justin Fields might be back. He is not going to be, and it went back down to a 3. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here, as we have 55% of the tickets, 71% of the cash is on the Carolina Panthers, 84% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the under. The line has moved accordingly on both. I got the Panthers at plus 3.5 and plus 150. I got the first half under 20 and the full game under 40. This is a spot where, and if I get 3.5 for the Cappers contest, Panthers will be my first play of the week. I have the Panthers, or I have the Bears at a 1.5 for this game. So I see a decent amount of value here for the Panthers at the 3.5. Please offer me the 3.5. I don't think that's going to happen though, because it's basically, I believe, threes across the board now. Circa is hanging at 3.5 at the moment, so maybe they'll give me the hook for the Cappers contest. I'm hoping they do, but I'm on Carolina in the under here in the spot.
I'm just on the under. Primetime unders. I'm not interested in going after any side in this one. I'm not interested in Panthers. I'm not interested in laying points on the Bears. I'm just taking the primetime under and moving on. Nothing really crazy going into capping into this game. Just taking the primetime under and just kind of moving on from there. That's all I do for most primetime games. I'll quickly mention one game, Nick, before we move on. Thoughts on John Brown versus Baylor? Baylor is a 54.5 point favorite with a total of 143.5. This game starts at noon.
Hard pass.
You don't want to grab you don't want to grab Baylor plus minus 54.5?
I can't say I do.
Come on, it would be fun. Let's do it. Come on.
I can't say I'm interested in that.
Fine.
If I said I was interested in that would be a lie.
Hold on. Then how about Morgan State versus Cheney? Morgan State is a 48.5 point favorite with a total of 140.5.
No. Once again, no.
Cheney is not a Division I school. Do we have something for Robert Morris? Hold on. Let's see what the spread on that one is. I don't see it on here. Damn. Because there's some ridiculous spreads that I now popping up on the site for some of these crazy ass games. Anyway, sorry. Back to the chat. Pacers, Magic, PM parlay. I can go with that. Panthers quarterback is horrendous. He's also a rookie. So
yes.
Let's jump into this one.
Yeah, into the NBA we go. And we have the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. The Bucks 3-point road favorites, total of 248.5 in this game. We have 2 road favorites in this game and kind of leaning towards 2 home dogs. A little spoiler there. Line opened up at a 243. It's down to a 242, so 1 point line movement towards the under. And we have this line opened up at a 3.5. It's down to a 3. So we have a half point line movement towards the Pacers, and we have a 1 point movement towards the under. 63% of the tickets and 89% of the cash is on the Bucks, and yet this line's dropping. 84% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the over, and yet this line is dropping. My number for this game is, if I can find my NBA spreadsheet, there it is. Indiana minus a half. I'm not very high on this Bucks team, and neither are my numbers here. Both these teams are on the second half of a back-to-back. Did Indiana play at home yesterday in that game? So they had no travel for this back-to-back. And the line is moving towards Indiana, even though the money's coming in on the Bucks. So this is a pretty simple play for me. It checks all the boxes. So let's do it. Indiana Pacers +3 and +127 for me.
I'm just going to go to what's been working in Pacer games. Over. There's no reason for me to really go away from it. They're now 7-1 to the over. They scored another 134 points last night, which means they are now scoring 126 points a game, and they're allowing 121.3. Until they start making these Pacer games up into the 245, 246, 247 area, I'm going to continuously bet the overs. And and the Bucks are gonna want to come into this one and try to run with them and try to put up a bunch of points as well. So I'm just gonna go with the over in this game. By the way, Nick. I'm gonna do it on the site. Free play Baylor minus 54.5.
Mm-hmm. By the way, a little hockey news here. It'll be Casey DeSmith today for the Vancouver Canucks. It will not be Thatcher Demko.
Aw. That sucks.
I still don't mind the Canucks, but I wanted Demko a little bit. So kind of meh. But back to the chat. I'm going to track this real quick.
There you go. By the way, guys, free play Baylor minus 54.5 at noon. CJ Stroud is a rookie and he's balling. He is a rookie, but you look at it, CJ Stroud was a lot better than Bryce Young, in my opinion. Plus, CJ Stroud has some weapons. There's nothing in Carolina. Nobody on injury report for Pacers. I don't think so. I don't want to touch this one with a 10-foot pole. Fair. IR. I like the over in the Bucks game. Yes. My brother is a Panthers fan. That's rough. I'm in Carolina. I don't like the Panthers.
No.
Why did this game?
Cool. Last game of the day to go over. Beautiful. Only 2 games in the NBA today. Line opened up at a 1.5 for this game. It's up to a 3.5, and actually the line is flipped. It was minus 1.5 for the Magic. Now it's 3.5 for the Hawks. Please let me know if there's injuries, because that's a big line movement. Line opened up at a 231.5. It is still at a 231.5. 67% of the tickets and 93% of the cash is on the Hawks, and the line has crossed over 0, and it went to the Hawks there. 58% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the under. The line has not moved. My number for this game is Orlando minus 0.5. So I see value here with, or my bad, Atlanta minus 0.5. I see value with Orlando, but is there injuries to where this line should not?
Just Wendell Carter, but he hasn't played in a week. So, no, there's no injuries.
That's weird.
Keep in mind, Nick, this is also the Mexico game. So it's on a neutral site.
Oh, okay, never mind. I take that back. Then. Never mind. Then my numbers are spot on, and I had Orlando as the home team, so that's pass. Numbers are spot on then.
I am on the Orlando Magic in this game. I got him at plus 129. It's not as good as of a line now, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I'm not overly concerned. And I just think it's a good bounce back spot for him. I'm not super high on this Hawks team, which they just lost their first game after winning 4 in a row. Magic lost last game, which I've been pretty accurate on this Magic team because I've been riding them pretty much the entire season. They're 5-2 against the spread. I like the Orlando Magic to get the job done today in Mexico. I took their money line. I'm high on this Magic team. I'm not as high on this Hawks team. I get plus money on the Magic, so I grabbed that.
Yeah, but that is all of the games for today. Back to the chat, and then we will recap and head on out.
Yes. By the way, we already talked about both NBA games, but the other stuff is up on the 2 college basketball plays. Minus 54 is minus 54 though. Give me minus 1,000. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we go back to that Baylor game later into 120 to 40. Like, it's gonna be ugly.
Oh, if you gave me Baylor for minus 1,000, I would bet that, because they should be like minus 25,000. If you're a 54.5 point favorite, minus 1,000 is a steal.
According to
just mathematically.
So I'm looking at it minus 10,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say minus 1,000. I would bet the minus 1,000 all day.
On bet 99, they're minus 100,000.
Yeah, you give me minus 1,000, book my action.
Sorry, a Hawks little bro versus big bro. I don't really see it that way. I see these as 2 little children fighting against each other. Baylor extended minus 64.5. I'm such a degen. I just wanted something to bet early in the day. Anyways,
Yeah.
almost time for some liver action. Are you actually on Liverpool? Are they playing? Can I still get that? No, I can't get Liverpool anymore. That is everything for today. We got to jump into some
housekeeping. Housekeeping.
And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. The big four: YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. I'm about to go upload all of our free picks on the TikTok. I will say I don't really do much with Instagram anymore, though. So it's mainly just YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm about to go upload those videos now because I was going to do that during the show and I forgot. But all that content there. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel, I just put up the NBA / college basketball plays. There's only 3 college basketball plays that we already mentioned Baylor, just so we had kind of something to bet early in the day. But that's not the point. There's 2 other plays for college basketball. Normally there's a lot more plays, but there wasn't a big card, so we can only do so much. I believe tomorrow is a decent sized card for college basketball, right?
No, Saturday is.
Tomorrow's not.
Crazy.
There's a decent sized card. Ooh, Duke and Arizona tomorrow. That should be a fun game. Virginia and Florida. Kansas and Manhattan. That should be a fun game. Oklahoma, Mississippi Valley State. Oh, this is fun. UT River Grande versus South Dakota. Anyways, all those plays right there. We'll do a little bit of a recap. For the NHL today, I'm pulling up my Twitter, which all of my plays all over on the Twitter. I'm on the Canucks plus 195. I'm on the Rangers puck line plus 205. The Canucks were puck lined. The over in Detroit, the under in Boston, both those minus 120. I'm on the Yotes minus 105. I'm on the Kraken plus 195. The Penguins plus 110. The Sharks plus 285. 3 draws today. The draw in Nashville, the draw in Boston, the draw in San Jose. 330 for Winnipeg. 320 for the Islander one, and 480 for the Edmonton Oilers draw. So those are the plays there. And I'm on the over in the Pacers, and I'm on the Orlando Magic.
Yeah. Panthers plus 3.5 and plus 150. First half under 20 and full game under 40 is what I got with that. Rangers money line and the over 6. Blackhawks money line, Canucks money line, Canadians money line, Blues money line, Kraken money line, Oilers minus 1.5 and team total over 4.5. Penguins money line and the over 3.5 team total for them. Pacers plus 3 and plus 127 as well. And then Raging Cajuns also for college football. And I did a free pick video for it last night, so I'm also on the North Florida Ospreys plus 3. And I will be looking to grab that money line as well when available.
Okay. Get bigger and better. Let's get it. Vancouver Canucks. Yeah, the Canucks. That's going to fine. Hold on.
By the Vancouver Canucks.
Never mind. The North Florida game's an extra game, so they won't offer me a money line.
Fun. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow. I believe tomorrow is a big NBA card. And there's only 2 games in the NBA today, so there's not as much. 9 games tomorrow, so nothing crazy. But that's going to do it for this edition. One more. Canucks. Yes. We'll see you guys tomorrow.